Welcome, Aries, to Mystic High Priestess Tarot. This is going to be an Aries singles reading for January 17th through the 31st. So it is a bi-weekly reading for singles in love. This is for Sun, Moon, and Rising Aries. And cross-watchers, you are welcome. Not everything will resonate. We're all on different timelines. If things do not resonate with you, just take what does, leave what doesn't. If none of it does, there are other tarot readers that are probably reading your timeline. One of these days, I will do a suggested YouTube tarot reader watch for you because there are some very good ones out there that I've observed. Anyway, in the meantime, for the next couple weeks, that's interesting. Well, let's see what is going on in your world. A little background about me. I am an active medium. Sometimes I will have to cleanse other spirits out, so don't be surprised if that happens from time to time. All right. Oh, spirit is ready. Also, I do not do personal readings right now. Be aware of scammers, and never allow a tarot reading to substitute any type of financial, legal, or medical advice that you could get from a professional. I do a 9-card spread, 3 cards from the past, 3 from the present, and 3 for advice. Aries, you have a lot going on in your love life, don't you? I actually feel a tinge of excitement. Overall energy. I also clarify with a second deck. I read across, up and down, and diagonally. So I'll read this first and then I'll add some clarifiers here. So in your past, you have the 3 of Wands, 3 of Cups, and 4 of Cups. So there's definitely something passionate that is emotionally restricting you in a way. So you're clearly waiting for something special. I'm getting the vibe of somebody who's dating a lot or talking to a lot of people and just not finding that right one. In the meantime, having fun with several people at the same time, but being dissatisfied with the options that you're being presented with. There is something there, though, from somebody that you have met that you may not recognize because you are being clouded by too many people. Currently, you definitely have, some devil properties, which a lot of times when it's a love reading, this can be wanting a lot of sex, things like that, or not getting any in this type of position. And the King of Rods, that's going to be your King of Wands. Aries, I'm getting somebody who's very boisterous, somebody who's putting on a show, somebody who's not really showing their true interior. They're building something on their shell that they want everybody to like, and they want everybody to see and desire. And that a lot of that is coming from the devil energy of your wanting to be noticed. And this popped out during the initial shuffle. By the way, all the cards are pre-shuffled and meditated on before I started your reading. And I've seen this several times come out, which is the 6 of Wands. It does mean that you're going to be successful. What you're going to be successful in, though, is an offer that's already been presented to you by the universe that you're just not recognizing. Why are you not recognizing it? 1, you have too many people involved in the situation. 2, you're putting on a persona that's not naturally you. And so you're not able to see the things you naturally would. And a lot of it is that devil quality. Now, it could be drinking, it could be drugs. A lot of times in this type of situation, it's a sexual addiction or a lust, usually very lustful. So in your future advice, there is the judgments. There's a resurrection of something. This could be somebody from your past, but I have a much stronger feeling it's a resurrection of you yourself. you coming back to who you genuinely are, and laying off this shield that you're presenting to everybody, which can be a little narcissistic, to be honest with you. And you're going to sail into a new direction where the waters are a little calmer. And then you have your Knight of Swords, which you're going to be true. You're going to truly cut out this persona and start being true to you. Now notice it's just the Knight of Swords, it's not the King. So there's a building towards that. But in order to see this and be victorious, you are going to have to come storming in with the truth and truly be who you are. So it looks like that's really, Aries, what is causing you to have some conflict here. Your overall energy is the Two of Pentacles. So it does show that you're juggling, you're shifting. This isn't just juggling people. I really get an energetic sense you're juggling within yourself of who you want to be, who you want to show the world. And it could be because you think you're not good enough that you have to put on an act to get the girl or the guy that you want. And that's not so. I'll be honest with you, Aries, if you get somebody that way, long term, you're not going to be happy with them, because eventually you have to be you. And if you're not being true to yourself, you're going to end up having a tower moment. You're going to think that you found the love of your life, and none of it is going to be true. If you hear cats in the background, I have a new kitten, and my 10-year-old cat does play with him a lot. It's a male and a female. And they tend to get really rough. It's kind of amazing to see. I don't know, but they get loud. For the Three of Wands, to clarify it, we have the Star. And again, notice we've got the Three of Cups again. So there's a lot of people floating around in your world, or you're looking at a lot of options, or you're not satisfied with one person, so you have several people in the mix here. Or there's somebody you have your eye on that has made you part of a third-party situation, but I'm not getting that as strongly for most of you. As you're waiting for your ships to come in, again, like I said earlier, you're looking for that true love, that one major mate, but you're looking for that person in too many people. And that's why your back is turned and your ships can't come in until you start weeding out some of these options. So there's not a whole lot that truly needs to be clarified with this. I'm going to be surprised if any of the energy shifts or changes, but let's look closer at this Three of Cups, which seems to be a very overbearing energy in your love reading here. Yeah, that's pretty typical. So in the Three of Cups energy here, you have the Five of Wands and the Magician. So things are a little, when you have, let's put it this way, when you have more than one person in the mix, things can get a little complicated. Things start getting petty. People start arguing. You're having a hard time keeping up with the different options. And in most cases, the Magician can definitely resemble somebody who has the qualities to balance everything and create and manifest. In this particular case, the energy that I'm getting from the Magician is you are unfortunately being lied to or being told lies so that you can try to balance all of these people, because truly, Aries, it looks like you can't make a decision. There's probably more than one option that you are very interested in. And unfortunately, that option is starting to wreak havoc. So you're becoming a bit of a trickster. And yeah, the bottom of the deck is the Page of Swords. It's Page of Swords. So we're looking at people are spying on you, you're spying on them, you have to know everything that's going on. That's trickster, magician qualities. Oh, Aries, you are being so naughty. Naughty, naughty, naughty. At least you were. This is past energy that we're clarifying. That's going to show us how you got into this current situation. And let's look at this Four of Cups. Let's see. Yeah, there's something that's being presented to you. You've got too many options. See, here's your 3 options again. Your 3 of Cups. Here's the 1 cup that's coming towards you. So the divine, the universe, whatever you want to call it, I call it God, is giving you something, but you're distracting yourself with all these other things. And what is that gift? Something that's going to bring you 10 cups, fulfillment, emotional satisfaction, happiness. And you just have to have patience to get that. So the seed's been planted for you to be able to have this immense love. But it would appear that on the flip side of the coin, you're filling your time with too many options to actually see the gift that's right there. So this is probably somebody that you've met before already, which maybe you're not talking to right now. That would make this judgment. At some point in the future, you are going to come to a judgment where you will realize it. I just don't think you're realizing it right now. For the Devil. Yeah, okay, Aries, if you're a drinker, your addiction is alcohol. It makes you happy, it makes you a free spirit, but when people drink, they become a whole different personality. That definitely explains our King of Rods here. And you're stuck kind of in a conundrum of having to make a choice, not wanting to see what's right in front of you, not wanting to see that, okay, I need to quit drinking. And most likely, if you are drinking, that's what's ruining this over here, why you're not seeing that, because you're not seeing it clearly. This isn't for all of you, and all Aries are not a bunch of alcoholics running around up there. So this, on the flip side, it's also somebody who's looking for their ultimate happiness. Notice this is the 9 of Cups, where this gift we're being given is the 10. So it's the next step. There's something hindering you, though. Something that, whether it be lust, whether it be alcohol, something like that, you feel kind of trapped in it. And it's what's making you feel comfortable with the whole situation that you're in. But that comfort, in a way, you have to cut something out. Something has to be cut out. I'll be honest with you, the vibe that I get, the energy for the majority of you is you need to cut out lying to yourself. I know that's harsh. That sounds very harsh. But that's really the energy I'm getting, is that there's a false persona. This isn't you presenting yourself. And if somebody can't love you for who you are, I always say they're not worth having in your life. In society, I personally think we've kind of gone the wrong direction in what we look for these days, being greed, money, lust. We've kind of lost our moral fiber. And so we have to pretend we have things, or we're something that we're not. And in the long run, that facade's going to be peeled away from you, whether you want it to or not. You can only hold up the act so long. And this is either you, Aries, or now keep in mind, put the shoe on the other foot. If it fits your partner or somebody that you're interested in, that you're not necessarily dating right now. Okay, so our King of Rods, yeah. Underneath the surface of all of this passion and this having to have everything and being the ultimate show person, and don't get stuck in gender just because these are kings. It can just be your masculine side of you. Everyone has masculine and feminine energy. There's a King of Cups hidden beneath the surface of all that, the fine stuff, the Rolex watches, the fancy cars, the, fine dining, the elegant gowns, the, makeup that a girl wears. Underneath all of that, there's a true heart and emotional stability in somebody. So because you're emotionally stable, you can try to put on this persona. But ultimately, you're hanging in suspension. it's not working out. And the enlightenment that you're going to come to is, do you want to be this on the outside, which is our first card? Well, all of this is going on in the inside. Okay? It's being true to you. And being true to you, Aries, is now a true Aries is a king of wands, or a queen of wands, actually. King of wands, I see more as a Leo, so it could be a Leo in your life, though I'm not feeling a sign strongly, because I feel multiple energies, and that's where the Three of Cups comes from. I think they're still in your world, and that's also causing this double issue. Underneath the surface, though, in an Aries that has a very hard shell and puts on a great show, is a heart of gold. I know many Aries that are the sweetest people when you really dig, beneath the surface, and they start exposing who they really are. Let's see where this victory comes from. Yeah. So you're showing victorious on the outside. Everybody sees you as somebody very successful. You're in control of the direction that you're going, and you're moving forward at probably a relatively fast pace. Underneath the surface, you're feeling very anxious, sleepless nights, anxiety, angst. A lot of that angst is because these seeds have been planted and you're having a hard time waiting on growth. You want to keep moving. You want to move on in this chariot and be the showman or showwoman. But underneath, there's so much anxiety in order to do that, you're going to have to make a choice. And I think you are feeling terrified you're going to make the wrong choice. Well, let's check out this judgment. I really want to see what's being resurrected. Are you being judged? Is somebody else judging you? Is something coming back from the past? There's our devil again. So in the future energy, there is going to be a big judgment. That judgment is going to be on this devil. This devil is carrying over into your future. You're hiding it. But because of that energy, something's going to end. Something's going to end so something new can begin. You're going to start releasing these chains. You're going to realize you are tied to an energy that you no longer want, or it's going to be your downfall. And again, I'm not calling Aries alcoholics, because like I said, I know a lot of great Aries and none of them drink, by the way. I'm just really feeling alcohol strong, as if somebody has to drink to be the person they want to portray to the world. And that is going to become part of you until you release it and you end it. And this judgment is stripping yourself down naked, showing the world who you are, ending all of that, and getting some kind of rehab. Now, if this is lust, you're going to stop dating. You're going to completely play yourself off the market. If it's drugs or alcohol, you're going to get some kind of rehab. You're going to do something to clean up your life, because you're going to realize what you're doing is not working for you. Wow, this feels very harsh. I'm so sorry, Aries. But it looks like you have a lot of attention right now, and everyone sees you as very successful, and you might even feel that within yourself. But I'm going to be honest with you, where you're not being honest with yourself is deep down inside, you do not feel successful. Not the Aries I'm reading for here. You're sugarcoating it. That's where this anxiety comes from. What if everybody finds out this is just an act? The magician being a trickster. There's just a lot of signs to it here. Let's check out the Six of Swords, sorry. And here's our Knight of Swords again. So Knight of Swords, you're cutting. You're going to be truthful and honest. So you're going to move on to being who you really are. And you're going to use this Knight of Swords, just going to start cutting people out. And here again, we have our overall energy, our Two of Pentacles. So this is a major motivator from this narcissistic person. And I'm not saying you're a narcissist. It has narcissistic qualities of the fakeness and the persona. You're cutting things out. This juggling, you're no longer going to do it. You're saying, nope, not for me anymore. I need to be me. I need to clean up my act. I need to be me. I need to find the right person. The right person that you're meant to be with is not going to come into your life when you're pretending to be something else, or you're using some type of addiction to cover up who you really are. That's very interesting. I normally don't read cards in reverse, but when they flip out like that, I definitely do. Then of the total sign, and we're back to the Four of Cups. Oh, actually, Aries, this is so beautiful. This is actually I was very worried for you for a moment there, but I was holding on to that Ten of Cups energy, because I'm like, something is going on here that it's going to work out. You may be taking a dating break in the future. Okay, you may decide to go solo, take some time to invest in you. When you do that, of course, this Knight of Swords, where it's most prominent, where you're starting to show who you really are and tell people, this is who I am, you're going to stop apologizing. Okay? This normally would be somebody coming towards you. The energy I'm getting with it in reverse is you're done apologizing for having to be somebody that you weren't. You know, you're done with all the fakeness, the fake apologies, the fake offers, all of it. The Page of Cups upright is really somebody who's kind of apologetic, but it's a fishy little offer. There's a fish in there. It might not necessarily be wholehearted. Keep that in mind. It's just a page. It's not like the Knight of Cups coming in to sweep you off your feet. So in this case, any apologies that you're giving or giving out are genuine. Totally genuine. But you're also cutting out, changing your life so much that you don't need to apologize anymore. The act is over. The game is over. And with that comes the clarity. The divine can bring this offer back into you now. You might see it. You're still going to be, because you're in this healing period, this rejuvenation period. You're not probably going to be dating. You're taking time out for you. You're learning to love who you are, so that's the person you can present to the world. And you can find the right one. So you may be able to see this, but when this is going to come back again, you probably won't be satisfied with it because you're not going to be ready for it this time around. Here, you couldn't see it. You're clouded with too many other people to see that. Here, you're not going to be ready for the offer. That's two different feelings. But it goes to show me that past and present, what is meant for you is still going to come into you. So even if you take this break from dating, even if you start showing who you are, and even though that offer was being brought to you while you were this other person, if that person is meant for you, they're coming back in. Again, when you are showing the real you, both sides of you, that person could learn to love. So it looks like you have somebody that the divine is really trying to get you to notice. And that is a beautiful thing, Aries, that there is somebody meant just for you. It may not happen in the near future. This is, the rest of January. So towards the end of January, this is probably early February where you might take this break in here. Even the whole month of February, I'm actually feeling. And by March, I think you're going to be in a clear headspace. I'm going to clarify this Two of Pentacles here really quickly. Yes. Oh, absolutely. So yeah, in your overall energy, this juggling, I don't think it's necessarily juggling of finances. It's juggling of two people within you, two different sides of you, and who do you want to be as a person. And you're going to walk away from emotional attachments, or that's what needs to be done. That's the advice. And your energy is to walk away from the sadness, walk away from anything that has put you in darkness. And until you know, some of you may be being this person because you're trying to get over something else. And what you really need to do is walk away from that something else, put it behind you so that you can be the real you and see the real thing. And then what happens? Justice. Your scales are balanced and you will get justice and you will get the right person. If this person that you're walking away from, all these emotions that you're holding on to, and some of you may, did you wrong, as soon as you walk away from it, the justice is going to come about, which means justice of you figuring out who you are, you going back to who you are. Sometimes people can be, and I'm getting this really strong now, Spirit's just like hitting me. Most of you are probably in a relationship where you loved the person so much that you changed who you were to fit their mold. And that's how you became this person. That's how the devil got in the door. You lost track of who you were because you loved them. And then there was probably some big breakup or something, which I don't see heartache anymore, but I see you still attached to something. Wanting it back in a way, wanting something new, wanting that back, wanting something new, wanting that back. Not sure which direction to take it. And in order to get justice, your true happiness, being truly you, you have to walk away from that. You have to literally let all that pain go. So you may be over it, but you're still holding on to some kind of pain, some kind of emotional attachment that you need to release yourself from. And it was probably, for you to change yourself to fit their mold, you truly love them. So there is a huge emotional attachment. You can't get over that overnight. That is going to take a little bit of time. Let's get 2 romance angel cards here to see what they have to say about your love life. True love. This is the romance of a lifetime and an engagement. Wow. Okay. So your love is ascending to a higher level of commitment. But give your relationship a chance. Yeah, there's somebody in your life right now. And keep in mind, even though you take a break from it and you break off with everybody, that person that is meant to be in your life is coming back. So you can self-reflect. You can heal. You can be you without worrying that this true love that you've already met is coming back. What's going to happen is you do have a true love that is going to raise to a higher level of engagement once you step out of the mold of the person you became to fit that other person's needs and become you again. And you have emotions that you've balanced and you're good with. But there is something that you need to let go of yet. Okay, let's get a couple more pieces of advice here. From our Psychic Heart Tarot. Okay, you say so. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah, healing begins. Beautiful. So this is just like our 6 of Swords. We've got healing beginning and Spirit individually pulled out of the deck in the middle. Opportunity beckons. So yeah, you've got great opportunities. Apparently, Aries, you still have some healing that needs to be done, but it's beginning. It's all over these cards. Is you are so going to go inside of yourself. You're going to go in that space and heal from. In the last relationships, for some of you, not a lot, but I just got this heavy, burdening feeling of trauma. So that last relationship, which may have been quite some time ago, could have been very heavy and traumatic. And I think that could be where some of this anxiety is coming from too. But opportunity beckons. And again, we have this infinity symbol. Notice, 2 of Pentacles, your overall energy, infinity symbol. There's the 2 of Pentacles there too with an infinity symbol. The symbols are all over here. that this is divine. This was in your life path. This was meant to be. Plus, you have a 6 and a 4 added together. You have a 10. Something's ending for a new beginning. And we saw that with the world here. I think what's ending is any type of addiction or hold you had to something from the past. And that's being let go. Aries, you might not have the love of your life right now. It doesn't look like in the next 2 weeks, oh, your whole world is going to shift and turn and wishes are coming true. But it's there. You're on the precipice. You're right on the edge of the cliff to being allowed to be that fool to take that leap of faith again. I'm feeling a vibe, which the Spirit's telling me no. Sadly, the month of February is not probably this isn't going to be healed in February. Feeling more March, maybe middle of March is kind of what they're telling me before this is healed. So that's a average timeline. It's not for all of you. That's a timeline that those of you who are going through this are going to be on. Some of you could only take 2 weeks. Some of you could take 6 weeks. Some of you could take a couple months. It all depends on how well you handle this change and being you. All right, and my little buddy is going to come and visit us. I don't know if you could see him. This is Romeo, my new kitten. But he came to say hi, so you guys must be on a good path. Anyway, Aries, that's all I have for you right now. I don't do any extended readings. We'll probably be doing those in the near future. But blessings, and comment below if any of this resonated with you, or if there's any type of addition you would like to see in my readings, and I can add those in. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye.